shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yoshvei tevel v'imeru amen v'imeru amen v'imeru amen v'imeru amen and may we find peace and may we find peace and may we find peace amen and may we find love and may we find love and may we find love amen 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 ose shalom bimroma v'ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yoshvei tevel v'imeru amen v'imeru amen v'imeru amen v'imeru amen and may we find peace and may we find peace and may we find peace amen and may we find love and may we find love and may we find love amen 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 amen
Beloved, and Erev Tov, everyone. Shalom, shalom from TBI Pomona. So good to have you here on this Monday evening Zoom Siyyum. Shalom, shalom, everybody. Shalom, Rabbi.
Erev Tov, everyone. Shalom. Welcome. It's wonderful to have you with us. Hi to everybody who's with us on Facebook Live, to Nancy and Donna and Rochelle and Adele and some of the others who are there with us too. Maybe I'll see you on a refresh in a moment. But welcome. It's great to have you with us. We're going to start with a little music to warm up our spirits.
We oh oh we oh oh we oh 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 we oh 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 we oh 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 we oh oh we oh oh we oh 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 we oh 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 we oh 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 oh. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Great it is for brothers and sisters to hang out on this day. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Great it is for brothers and sisters to hang out on this day. We oh oh we oh oh we oh 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 we oh 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 we oh 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 we oh oh we oh oh we oh 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 we oh 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 we oh 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 oh. How great it is for brothers and sisters to hang out on this lovely day. How great it is for brothers and sisters to hang out on this day. Last time. We oh oh we oh oh we oh 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 we oh 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 we oh 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 oh.
We oh. Hello, everyone. So great to see your faces. And hi to Ellen, who's also joined us since we started. And let's see, if there's anybody else here? Yeah, and Marianne and Chris. So welcome to all of you. I think tonight I'm going to tell my story first, and then we'll take a break and say hello. And then we can have our Siyyum. So I think I'm going to go into my story first. Just trying to change things up a little bit, you know? All right. You've heard this story before probably, but it's been a while since I told it, I think. In the middle of the Garden of Eden, there was a big tree that had a big sign on it that said, "Don't even think about eating the fruit from this tree." Of course, when Adam and Eve ate from the fruit of that tree, God kicked them out of the garden right away, which proves that if God puts up a sign, you should read it. Life outside the garden was pretty hard. In the garden, most every tree had fruit, most every day was sunny, most every animal was nice. But outside the garden, lots of trees had bugs, lots of days were cold, lots of animals wanted to bite, sting, or squash Adam and Eve. Because of all the cold, hard, biting stuff that was outside the garden, Adam was sure that God lived only inside the garden. Adam was sad about not living near God anymore, but most days Adam was just too busy to be sad. Adam had to spend a lot of time in the fields, plowing and sowing seeds and keeping the weeds away and watching out for animals with sting or bite potential. But whenever Adam wasn't busy, he was sad, really sad. In the garden, Adam would sometimes sit all day talking to God, and Adam would talk to God about the sky and the water, about the mountains and the valley. But the things that God talked about most were about his feelings. Adam would see a beautiful sunset, a perfect flower, a fine spider web, a bird with colored feathers, or little fish in the pond, and then Adam would smile this huge smile that seemed to come from his toes and wrap around his feet and make his whole body shine. And Adam would try to explain to God just how he felt seeing such beautiful things all around him. Sometimes Adam could not find the right words to explain how he felt, and he would just throw up his hands and ask, "God, do you know how I feel?" Then God would answer in a still small voice, "I know how you feel." Then God would kiss Adam with the breath of wind, and the two of them would go their separate ways until the next day. Well, after they left the garden, Adam was afraid that these kinds of talks would never happen again, and he was very sad. One day in the fields, Adam saw a sunset that was pretty. It was not quite as red and purple and orange and yellow as the sunsets in the garden, but it was really nice. Adam threw up his hands and hollered into the sky, "God, do you know how I feel?" But Adam didn't hear anything. Another day, Adam came upon a flower. There were not as many flowers outside the garden, but this one was beautiful, red with yellow inside. Adam smelled the flower and smiled and shouted, "God, do you know how I feel?" But then he heard nothing. One morning, Adam came upon a spider web and thought it was not as fine and big as the spider webs in the garden. But it was covered with dewdrops that sparkled in the morning light. And Adam cried, "God, do you know how I feel?" But heard nothing back. One day, Adam saw a flock of geese flying somewhere, and he yelled at the geese, "Come back here, birds! Tell me where you're going. Tell me about the sky and what it's like to fly and how it is to live in a place with no walls, and I'll tell you how I feel." But the geese didn't stop, and Adam heard nothing but their honking as they flew off into the gray sky. One day, Adam came to the edge of a clear blue pond. Near the water's edge, there was a school of fish swimming around. Adam sat down on a rock, put his head into his hands, and started to cry. First, it was a little cry, but soon his whole body was heaving and shaking, and his tears were dripping into the pond like rain. Each teardrop scared the little fish as it hit the water, but they swam back to him when the water became still again. Soon Adam stopped crying. He looked at the fish and said nothing. Just then the sun came out from behind a cloud, warming his face. A breath of wind blew across his cheek and dried his tears. All of a sudden, a still small voice said, "I know how you feel." "God? Is that you?" Adam asked. "Do you live out here?" God said, "I live everywhere you let me in." "I called to you so many times," Adam said. "Why didn't you answer me?" God said, "I was always answering you. It's just that outside the garden you have to listen a little harder to hear me. Things are not as quiet out here." "I miss the garden," said Adam. "I know how you feel," said God. "I'm sorry I had to kick you out. Everything there was good, but maybe it was too good. The garden was a little small and you didn't have to work for anything. Even though things are harder outside the garden, you will appreciate what you have. Also, there are no walls out here and you are needed to make things grow and work. Being in a place that's perfect may not be as good for you as being in a place that you are needed. Outside the garden, your children's children's children can grow up, spread out, and fill this great big earth. Come to think of it, I'm not really sure which is better, being in the garden or being outside. Then Adam smiled and said to God, I know just how you feel. And God kissed Adam with the breath of wind. Let's say hello. Who would like to say hello today? Let's start with Becca today, because we started with Aurora, last time.
Hello. I made up 3 games in Roblox. The princess game where there's a bunch of castles and houses, and the pet game where you buy pets and have sounds, and Royal High where there's a bunch of castles. You can even teleport. You're muted.
You made 3 games in Roblox?
Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool. Good job. All right. Aurora and Ronan.
And maybe I can show you. We made that thing.
Oh, you want to show them the thing you made with PJ Library? That's like your flame hat for Hanukkah.
Oh, did you make that? Did you make that yesterday with PJ Library? That's awesome.
You might see the decoration.
Yeah, it's perfect for Hanukkah.
Good, Mommy.
Are you trying to show them the decoration?
Show him the decoration.
Yeah, they're beautiful. You're all ready.
I don't know what she's doing.
Thursday night, Hanukkah starts. It's very soon.
She's trying to show you how we've got the
Okay,
whole
Aurora,
house
you're gonna get people cars by Kenny.
Sorry about that.
Fine, it's lots of decorations. I'm a little dizzy, but lots of really cool decorations. Thank you for sharing them, Aurora.
We try to go all out for Hanukkah.
You showing us too, Ronan, about the decorations?
Yeah,
Oh,
What do you
wants
have
to show
there,
you a
Ronan?
dreidel.
Wow, it's a dreidel. Can you spin it? Wow, good job. Good job.
Hey.
All ready for Hanukkah. Thank you, Ronan. Thank you, Aurora.
Thank you.
Anybody else have anything they'd like to share before we move into our evening Siyyum? I'll just say hi to Lauren, who also has joined us on Facebook, and Erev Tov, everybody. It's great, as always, to have you with us. All right, let's move into our evening Siyyum, Cantor Paul.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. V'hamidenu shomrenu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Amen. Shelter us beneath your wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right, O Adonai. Amen. Amen, amen. Amen, amen. Amen. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. V'hamidenu shomrenu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Amen. Amen.
All right. Well, just a few announcements for folks. First of all, we will be back on Wednesday for our Zoom Siyyum. Friday night, there is no family Shabbat service, but we will be lighting Chanukiot together at 7:30 at the beginning of our adult service. So even if it's too late to stay up for kids, maybe you can join us just for lighting our Chanukiah. And for everybody else, we have our Hanukkah service. Saturday night, we'll have a 5 p.m. Hanukkah lighting, songs, things like that, because that was at the time that our drive-in was scheduled, but that is not happening with the stricter COVID situation. And then we will light at our regular 6:45 times for Zoom Siyyum on Monday and Wednesday. Okay, so there will be those 4 opportunities to light our Chanukiot together.
Rabbi, I believe we have some additional Hanukkah events now with our preschool friends, correct?
Well, for those who are in preschool, we're going to do Friday, right? Friday morning.
I'm sorry. I thought we were going to put it on the TBI Free School page.
We can do that. So you want to talk about it?
Sure. So a couple of things for our younger congregants, although anybody's welcome to check it out on the TBI Pomona Preschool Facebook page. This Friday morning, the first day of Hanukkah, really, at 10:30 a.m., we'll be doing a preschool Hanukkah Shabbat kind of service remotely. Rabbi and I will be here, but we'll be sharing that with our preschool friends at TBI through the miracle of technology. And also on Monday morning, believe at 10:30 as well, author Naomi Howland will be doing a special book reading of hers also on the TBI preschool Facebook page. So you might want to check out those 2 things.
There are also lots of Hanukkah programs and concerts and things going on throughout Hanukkah. So keep an eye out for some of those things. They're not being offered by us, but they're being offered throughout the community in various ways, and you can take advantage of those as well. All right, let's move to a song to close out.
Oh, say shalom, bim romav. Oh, say shalom, bim romav. We are say shalom. We are say shalom. We are say shalom aleinu. May the one who brings peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who brings peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who brings peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who brings peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Oh, say shalom, bim romam. Oh, say shalom, bim romam. We are say shalom. We are say shalom. We are say shalom. Aleinu.
May we all experience some peace this week. Stay healthy, everybody, and we'll see you all soon. Erev Tov Lihitraot.
Erev Tov.